Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Parita Shah, lecturer at Sri Swaminarayan Physiotherapy College, Ahmedabad. My topic is respiratory movements. Before starting with this lecture, I would like to request you all to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel and just hit the bell icon below so that you'll get the latest updates of our channel. Now we'll start with the topic, that is respiratory movements. Respiratory movements or the movement of the rib cage are amazing combination of complex geometrics governed by the types and angles of articulation between sternum, ribs and thoracic vertebrae. Respiration consists of two phases, inspiration and expiration, which are accomplished by the alternate increase and decrease of the capacity of the thoracic cavity. Now, during inspiration, your thoracic cage expands in three dimensions. In quiet inspiration, the three diameters of thoracic cavity will increase, that is the anterior-posterior diameter, transverse diameter, and vertical diameter. In order to understand how these diameters change during respiration, we need to look at the articulations of the rib cage. The first one which you are seeing on the left side, that is manubriosternal joint. The joint between the body of the sternum and the manubrium, that is known as manubriosternal joint. The joint which is there on the right side, that is xiphisternal joint. The joint between the xiphoid process of the sternum and the body of the sternum, that is known as xiphisternal joint. The next comes is chondrosternal joint and costochondral joint. The joint which is there on the left hand side, that is chondrosternal joint. The joint between the cartilage of the rib and the sternum, that is known as chondrosternal joint. And the joint which is there on the right hand side, that is costochondral joint. The joint between the cartilage of the rib and the rib, that is known as costochondral joint. Now the next two are the most important joint for this respiratory movements. One is costovertebral joint and second is costotransverse joint. The joint between the body of the vertebrae and the rib, that is known as costovertebral joint, which is there on the top, and the below, that is costotransverse joint, the joint between the transverse process of the vertebrae and the rib, that is costotransverse joint. The last is interchondral joint. Now why it is known as interchondral joint? Because 7th to 10th ribs, these ribs are interconnected with each other with the cartilage, and that cartilage gets connected to the sternum. So it is known as interchondral joint. Before understanding the respiratory movements, you must learn what is kinematics of the rib cage. See on your right side, you can see the superior ribs. The axis of the superior rib is Y and Y dash, which passes through the costotransverse joint, that is Y, and costovertebral joint, that is Y dash. And the axis of the movement of superior ribs is slightly inclined towards the frontal plane. So the movement will occur will be exactly perpendicular to this axis, and that will be in sagittal plane. Always remember, axis and plane are perpendicular to each other. So for superior ribs, the movement will occur in sagittal plane. Now just look at your left hand side. Can you see inferior ribs? Okay. The axis of movement of inferior ribs is X and X dash, which passes through costotransverse joint and costovertebral joint, and it is slightly inclined towards the sagittal plane. So the movement will occur exactly perpendicular to it, and that is in the frontal plane. Okay, now let's start with the respiratory movements. First is pump handle movement. Now why it is known as pump handle movement? Because the movement of the superior ribs resembles the movement of the handle of the water pump, which is used in the villages to draw the water from the underground. Now let's see what is pump handle movement. During inspiration, ribs gets elevated and your costal cartilage becomes horizontal and superior. So because of that, there is increase in anterior posterior diameter of the thoracic cage, and can you see this blue arrow that pushes the sternum superiorly and anteriorly? That is known as pump handle movement, and the axis of the movement is slightly inclined towards the frontal plane, so movement will occur just perpendicular to its direction, that will be in sagittal plane. Okay, now let's look at the bucket handle movement, our next respiratory movement. It is known as bucket handle movement because the movement resembles same like the handle of the bucket. Can you see at the top the bucket and its handle and the blue arrow? Okay. Now during inspiration, there is elevation of your lower ribs, and due to more angled shape, the motion is predominantly at the lateral aspect. Can you see both the blue arrows, right and left side? That causes elevation of the lateral shaft of the rib, and that increases the transverse diameter of the thoracic cage. So it is known as bucket handle movement. And the axis of the movement is slightly inclined in the sagittal plane. So the movement will occur exactly in the perpendicular direction of it. So it will be in frontal plane. The third respiratory movement is piston movement, which causes increase in vertical diameter. Theoretically, the roof could be raised and the floor lowered. So the roof is formed by the suprapleural membrane and it is fixed, but the floor is formed by the mobile diaphragm. So when the diaphragm contracts, the dome of the diaphragm becomes flattened and the level of diaphragm is lowered. Now during inspiration, what happens? The diaphragm descends and the intra-abdominal pressure rises. This rise in pressure is accommodated by the reciprocal relaxation of the abdominal wall musculature. That causes changes in vertical diameter, and this is known as the piston effect. So it is called piston movement. I hope you were able to understand the basic biomechanics of respiratory movements. If you want to refer this topic, it is described in a detailed manner in these two books shown on the screen. If you have any question, feedback or suggestion, please write it down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye, take care and keep learning.